Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
जय मुरली लोला नंद लाला गोपाला राधा लोला मुरली लोला नंद लाला केशव माधव जनार्दना केशव माधव जनार्दना वनमाला वृंदावन बाला वनमाला वृंदावन बाला मुरली लोला नंदलाला जय मुरली लोला नंदलाला गोपाल गोपाला राधा लोला गोपाला राधा लोला आनंद मोहन निरंजना आनंद मोहन निरंजना वनमाला वृंदावन बाला वनमाला वृंदावन बाला मुरली लोला नंदलाला जय मुरली लोला नंदलाला गोपाला राधा लोला गोपाला राधा लोला गोपाला राधा लोला Murali Lola Nandalala. Jaya Murali Lola Nandalala. Jaya Murali Lola Nandalala. Gopala Radha Lola. Gopala Radha Lola. Gopala Radha Lola. Murali Lola Nandalala. Jaya Murali Lola Nandalala. Gopala Radha Lola. Gopala Radha Lola. Gopala Radha Lola. Yeah, that was good. Hari Bol. Hare Krishna.
Nityananda showed. And then he went, and he was completely immersed in thoughts of Krishna. He didn't understand what day, night. And then he came to a river, and he thought, oh, that must be the Yamuna. I'm already in Vrindavan. And then he went to the Yamuna, offered obeisance, and went inside. The sacred waters of Yamuna, my life has become perfect. I'm in Vrindavan. And then he saw there is a small boat coming with one person on it. And he's looking, and that's Advaita Acharya. And he's telling Advaita Acharya, what are you doing in Vrindavan? And then Advaita says, wherever you are, Lord, there is Vrindavan. Actually, you are in the Ganges. You are still there, West Bengal. Lord Nityananda, he tricked me. Nityananda became angry with Nityananda. But then he said, actually, Nityananda didn't do anything bad, because actually this place is where these different rivers meet. So technically it is Yamuna. But don't worry about it. You have only one set of clothes and they're all wet. I have a nice dry set of clothes. Let's go to my house, have some prasadam. So they went there, and there is a big pastime there, which we're not going to go into detail right now. But after that pastime, all the devotees from Navadvip, they come and meet with Lord Chaitanya, and also comes Mother Sachi. And Mother Sachi loves her son so much. And Lord Chaitanya understands that he has to say to his mother that, you tell me, where should I reside? Mother, because you gave me this body, I'm always in debt to you. So you have to decide where I should stay. So mother, of course, understanding that a sannyasi cannot stay at home. Then people will criticize him. That's not the dharma of sannyasi. So mother said, please stay at Jagannath Puri, because there devotees regularly go for pilgrimage, and then they can bring news about you. And I can always hear how you are doing. And so he said, yes, mother, may it be so. I will go and reside in Jagannath Puri. And then he started to travel to Jagannath Puri. And on the way to travel to Jagannath Puri, he was in different villages collecting alms together with devotees, grains, making prasadam, chanting holy names. And then when they reached already Orissa, the state of Orissa, before Puri, they reached a place called Remuna. Does it ring a bell to someone? There is a Remuna, it's a very sacred place. And they came there, and Lord Chaitanya said that we're going to visit the temple. There were devotees with him. And they went to the temple of Gopinath, who was famous as Kshira Chora Gopinath. Gopinath, who stole sweet rice. And Lord Chaitanya, when he went to this temple, he offered obeisance to the Gopinath deity, and he was completely feeling ecstasy of love of Godhead. And then everybody was amazed. The servants of the deity were amazed by his love symptoms, his ecstatic symptoms. And there, when Lord Chaitanya offered obeisances, then in front of the deity, then the flower helmet of the deity fell on the head of Lord Chaitanya. And Lord Chaitanya felt so much bliss and was so happy. And then they were chanting and dancing. And Lord Chaitanya started to tell this story to the devotees. Actually, Nityananda was also with them. So he was telling to Nityananda and the devotees this story which he heard from his spiritual master, Ishvara Puri. And the story is about Madhavendra Puri, who was the spiritual master of Ishvara Puri. Because Madhavendra Puri was that personality for whom Gopinath stole sweet rice. So, long time ago, Madhavendra Puri was also in full love of Godhead, just traveling and reached Vrindavan. And he came to the hill known as Govardhan. So he circumambulated the hill, and then he went and took rest under a tree near Govinda Kunda. And there, when he was just sitting down and resting, came a small cowherd boy. And he came and approached Madhavendra Puri and asked that, "Oh, who are you? What kind of meditation are you doing? And why are you not asking anything to eat? You must be hungry." So Madhavendra Puri was very amazed by this beautiful small boy and was asking, but who are you and how did you know that I am here performing meditation? And then this boy said, "My name is Gopal and this is my village. And in my village, nobody is fasting. People always get food, and even if they don't ask, I will bring them food. And so please take this pot of milk." Actually, the ladies who were bringing water, they told me about you and said that I would bring this milk for you. So please drink it, and later on I will come and collect that pot. And so he went away. And Madhavendra Puri is looking how the cowherd boy is going all the way to the, as much as your eyes can see. And he's feeling so good in his heart. And thinking, wow, who must have that been? And Madhavendra Puri could not sleep that night. He was chanting Hare Krishna, and little bit he dozed. Little bit he fell asleep. Not like we during Chapa. So we should not fall asleep during Chapa. But he was really sincerely, but then he fell a little bit asleep. And then in his dream came the same cowherd boy and took his hand and said, "Let's go." And took him to some jungle there, to the bushes, and said, "I'm Gopal, and I am here in these bushes. Actually, I have appeared in this world to give deliverance to everyone. I am actually the master of all this Vrindavan. But when the Muslims attacked, then the priest hid me here. So you please come and take me out with the help of the villagers and wash me, because I've been here in this hot heat and cold and wind and so on, and I feel so hot. So please cool me down with nice water. And please install me on a temple on top of the Govardhan hill, so that I can give deliverance to everyone. So, and then Madhavendra Puri woke up, and then he realized, oh my Krishna, I couldn't recognize Krishna when he came to me. I'm such a fool. And then he started to cry. But then he remembered the instruction which Gopal had given to him in a dream. And then he composed himself. And then going to the people in the village, gathering everyone, please come, and take shovels, take axes, because there is deep jungle we have to cut through. We need to rescue Gopal. So they went and cleared the path through the jungle, and so indeed there was a deity of Gopal, which was covered with grass and dirt and so on. And it was so heavy that they had to have many strong men to carry him out from there. And then Madhavendra Puri, he said, now please, everybody, bring water. And they brought 900 water pots from Govindakund. And then they started to bathe the deity and washed him, cleaned him, and put him in a nice clothes, and then made a temporary altar on top of the Govardhan. And then Madhavendra Puri said, now we have to make a festival. We have to feed the deity. So then all the village people, they brought all the food which they had. All rice, all dal, and so on. And they made chapatis and sweets and so on. There was sweet rice, shrikand, and so many preparations. So it was like another Govardhan Puja festival, Annakuta ceremony. Everybody felt like that. Oh, it's like the same pastimes like with Krishna. Who is that, Krishna?
Yes.
It's Gopal. Hari Bol. It is Krishna. It's Gopal. Oh, it's Gopal. Hello, Gopal. Very nice. So and naturally the deity was very happy with the love and devotion of all the devotees. And so in this way, what happened is that the news spread, and different other villages, they also heard about it. And they all also wanted to offer all their food to Gopal. But at the first day, we're speaking first of all about the first day, is that when the deity was nicely bathed, dressed, put on the temporary altar, because they still needed time to build a big temple. And they fed the deity with wonderful foodstuffs. Then Madhavendra Puri put the deity to rest. And then it was time to distribute prasadam for everyone. And it was written that the brahmanas and their wives were fed first, and then everybody else. And then each day there was like Annakuta festival. All the villages, different villages came, and they wanted to feed Gopal. And in this way, it went on for many days. And already came one powerful kshatriya who said, I'm going to build a temple for Gopal. So everything became arranged. But then at one night, the same Gopal appeared to Madhavendra Puri and told him, you know, Madhavendra Puri, I'm so happy that you have come, because actually I was waiting for you for a very long time. I was thinking, when will come my devotee Madhavendra Puri, and when will he express his pure devotion to me? But you know what? I still don't feel enough cooled down. I still feel very hot. This 900 water pots was not enough. So you can please go to Jagannath Puri, and from there bring me sandalwood and camphor, a lot, and make it into a mixture and put it on my body so I can cool down nicely. So naturally Madhavendra Puri woke up. Then there were two brahmanas who had come from West Bengal. So he initiated them, and they became the main pujaris to take care of the worship among with the village people. And so he took some servants, he went alone to Jagannath Puri. So on the way to Jagannath Puri, he came to the village of Remuna, and he came to the temple of Gopinath. And in that temple, he went and offered obeisance to the deity, and he was so happy to see that the worship of the deity is going on very nicely. And then he was asking the local priest, what kind of preparations do you offer? And the priest said that we're doing different kinds of preparations, but the most famous is the sweet rice. And Madhavendra Puri thought, if only I could taste that sweet rice, then we could replicate the same preparation to Gopal at Govardhan. He was thinking like this in a devotional way. But then he immediately thought, I was trying to taste food which is meant for the Lord. I'm a rascal. No, and he just went out from a temple and went to some empty marketplace and take rest. He was a sannyasi, so he could just go and sleep somewhere outside. But during the night, something very extraordinary happened. As you can see during these pastimes, sort of the third time Krishna appeared in the dream, not of Madhavendra Puri, but in a dream of that Pujari. And he said to the Pujari, my pure devotee has come and I want him to taste the sweet rice. And I have actually kept a pot of sweet rice for him, and it's behind my curtain. And because of my tricks, you didn't see that. Now immediately wake up, go and take him to him. So Pujari wakes up, it's night time. And then before going to the altar room, he thinks, I should take a bath before. Yeah. So he takes a bath, then he goes to the altar room, looks behind the curtain. Yes, there is sweet rice. It's true. My dream was true. So he takes this, and then the night time goes to the marketplace. And he's looking, but there is nowhere to be seen, any sannyasi. And then he thinks, okay, I have to fulfill the order of Gopinath. But, in Sarsto. The sannyasi named Madhavendra Puri, please come out. Gopinath has sweet rice for you. Huh?
Stolen.
He's stolen sweet rice. Illegal, not illegal, okay. Stolen sweet rice. Oh, Hare Krishna. Madhavendra Puri came. And he came, very nice. But not immediately. See that again. Madhavendra Puri, please come out. Gopinath has sweet rice for you. So then finally, Madhavendra Puri heard that and came out. So the Pujari offered his obeisances and said the whole story to Madhavendra Puri. So he, with great gratitude, took that, thanked him, and when he was holding the sweet rice, he could feel ecstasy of love of Godhead. And the Pujari, seeing those symptoms, he could understand that this person is someone very special. So offered his obeisances and went back to the temple. So Madhavendra Puri was so happy, and he was eating this sweet rice, and then he washed the pot, and then they break the pot into pieces, into small pieces. Yeah, it's a clay pot like you have in India. And then he kept those pieces and put them into his outer garment. And it was said that every day he would eat one piece of it. That's transcendental. We should not imitate that, but he could do that. So for us, let us just take Srikhand and sweet rice. But the special pure devotees can sometimes manage that they can even eat the pots in small pieces. But for him it was Mahaprasad. And then he was so happy and grateful, and then he went on to Jagannath Puri. But first when he went, he was thinking, oh my God, when the morning comes, news spread fast. It was old times, no Facebook. No phones, no internet, no radio, no television, but news spread fast. People are such, speak and it goes. So he was very humble. I don't want any attention to myself. So, and then he, in nighttime, go to Jagannath Puri. But it said in Chaitanya Charitamrita that by the will of providence, a person cannot escape his fame or fate. And especially with pure devotees, this fame comes whether they want it or not. They have to accept it on behalf of Krishna and Krishna's service. So when he reached Jagannath Puri, already everybody was knowing about the story. And then naturally, the king was very favorable. Yes, you need for Gopal, you need sandalwood, you need camphor, please. So it had a huge amount, and he even gave him 2 servants to carry that, and all the papers so they can pass through that tax points, checkpoints, no taxes to be paid and so on. So they started to travel back. And imagine that in those times you had to walk. I remember I was calculating with Google Maps, help of the Google Maps, all glories to Google, that from Tallinn, where I'm from, Tallinn, Estonia, to Vrindavan, if you walk 6,500 kilometers. And I was calculating that if you every day, if you would walk 50 kilometers, that is your main seva. Just walk, chant your japa, 50 kilometers, it's doable. I mean, for a fit person. And then you take rest, take prasadam, sleep, and then again you walk. It would take about 150 days, or not 60 days to reach Vrindavan. About half a year, a little bit less, approximately. Very interesting, yeah? Not so far actually, 150 days. So, but those distances, it was maybe a little bit less than some 1,000 kilometers. How much is from the Puri to the Vrindavan? 1,000, 1,500, something like that. I don't remember. So, but they had to walk. So just imagine the determination, the concentration to go through all that. But they were so devoted. So if you have devotion, anything is possible. You do for God, for devotees, for Guru, anything which is out of love. Love gives such power, because love is true power. I mean, in the sense of you love someone, then you will be ready to do everything which is for the beloved, which is good for the beloved. So they were going, but when they reached Remuna also on the way back, but there he got another, so it's a 4th time already in this story, he got another dream, and it was Gopal from Govardhan, and he appeared and said, Puri, I'm so satisfied with your devotion to me and your service. And I would like to tell you that you just mix the sandalwood and camphor and you rub that pasture on the body of Gopinath, because there is no difference between me and Gopinath. We're the one person. So therefore, I will feel also the cool down, which is true. Krishna is one, right? So, but he can manifest in many deities. So that's what they did. And in this Chirag Chor Gopinath, they put the sandalwood paste on him, and he was feeling so good. And Madhavendra Puri was swimming in oceans of ecstasy of love Godhead. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was telling this to devotees in Lord Nityananda, he was asking Lord Nityananda, is there anyone more fortunate than him, than Madhavendra Puri, in this world? And I don't remember what Nityananda said. But just the question of Lord Chaitanya, how he's putting it, is there anyone more fortunate than Madhavendra Puri? Just think about it, how perfectional levels of love of God that they speak. But the point is that Krishna is very personal, and Krishna is looking for a personal relationship with each and every one of us. So we can all have that. And Krishna may not reveal so directly. He may, but he may not. But if we serve him, if we follow his teachings like given in the Gita and Bhagavatam, if we actually develop love for Krishna, then we will always feel his reciprocation one way or the other. And those relationships will grow. And he's looking for us to come back to the Goloka Vrindavan. And Vrindavan is such a nice place, more better than we can imagine. So it's really worthwhile to go there. And the opportunity now is, just like we spoke in the morning, Lalitanath Prabhu was giving a very nice class and telling that, Kali Yuga, so many bad things, but actually it's all good. Why? Because Lord Chaitanya is giving special mercy. So therefore, simply singing, like you were singing today, like we were singing today, these sweet names of Radha and Krishna, and following what Prabhupada has given, which is what Krishna has given, this will take us closer and closer to Krishna. And finally we can reach Goka Vrindavan. So therefore, we are very fortunate and should take full advantage of this Krishna's mercy. So, and in these chapters, there is one very nice verse. I mean, there is a lot of nice verses, but I'd like to read out one verse and one purport from this. To sum it all up. Rajavasi lokera Krishna sahaja piriti, Gopalera sahaja priti, Rajavasi prati. The ideal place to execute Krishna consciousness is Rajabhumi or Vrindavana, where the people are naturally inclined to love Krishna, and Krishna is naturally inclined to love them. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. In the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, verse 11, it is said, Yayatamam prapadyante tam sataya bhajamyaham. There is a responsive cooperation between the Supreme Lord Krishna and his devotees. The more a devotee sincerely loves Krishna, the more Krishna reciprocates. So much so that a highly advanced devotee can talk with Krishna face to face. Krishna confirms this in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 10, verse 10. Tesham sadadayuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam tadami buddhi yogam tam yenamam upayantite. To those who are constantly devoted to serving me with love, I give the understanding by which they can come to me. The actual mission of human life is to understand Krishna and return home back to Godhead. Therefore, one who is sincerely engaged in the service of the Lord with love and faith can talk with Krishna and receive instructions by which he can speedily return home back to Godhead. Today, many scholars defend the science of religion. Magazine Science. So, science. We should make a new magazine, Science of Religion. Today, many scholars defend the science of religion, and they have some conception of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But religion without practical experience of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is no religion at all. Srimad Bhagavatam describes this as a form of cheating. Religion means abiding by the orders of Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If one is not qualified to talk with him and take lessons from him, how can one understand the principles of religion? Thus, talks of religion or religious experience without Krishna consciousness are a useless waste of time. Shri Prabhupada ki jai.